Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our class for today. My name is Teacher Cheryl. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm dealing with a bit of a cold, but it's okay. We'll do our lesson and see how far we can get. Okay. So let's get straight into it. I think the topic is just a tiny little bit ironic given how I'm feeling today, but that's okay. I want to ask you guys two questions, or I want to say two statements, and then I want you to think about if they are the same thing. Do they mean the same thing? Is it the same terminology? Okay. So our first one is healthy living. If I say the word healthy living, what's the first thing that comes to mind? How would you define it? What is something that you would describe it as? Or even just an example, okay? And then I want you to think of a healthy lifestyle. So, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a healthy lifestyle? What are some of the examples that you would use? And then once we've decided on those things, I want you to think about if those two things or those two words, if they mean the same thing. Okay, so let's look at our picture over here. So on our side, I have two pictures for us. The one is about healthy living, and then the other one's about a healthy lifestyle. And so, a lot of us can give an opinion on what we think either of those two phrases are. And I think overall, they kind of intertwine with one another. They kind of interlink a little bit, but I think healthy living is more of a holistic approach. So it's more thinking about your mind, your body, your soul. So having to look after your physical attributes as well as looking after your mind. So it has all of the making sure that you have positive affirmations, making sure that you just good, that you are doing regular exercising and you are eating better. And so this doesn't have to be a you wake up in the morning and you go for a 10K run, or you start a YouTube channel and just post positive affirmations to yourself, or you buy the fanciest clothes and you suddenly cut out carbs and sugar, and this is all healthy living. No, I think we should be a little more realistic in our thinking, but it's more of just getting a balance with the things that we do and how we live our lives. And so you guys are probably thinking, ma'am, what does this have anything to do with us? We're just in grade eight and we don't need to be worrying about all of this. And that's a little true, but I think it's important to start early on. You know, once you start forming habits and patterns early on, it becomes easier to manage life when we get older, right? And then a healthy lifestyle is basically just talking about the physical aspect of it, making sure that you eat right, that you go to your daily checkups, that you making sure that you are having an active lifestyle. So that's basically just a healthy lifestyle. And if you guys remember, I said that healthy living is more of a holistic approach. Okay. And so, what would we consider a healthy lifestyle? Do you guys know? Right. So, healthy living is the way of life, how we get up in the morning, how we go about our regular day. So, I want you guys to think about what it is that you do from the moment you get up and that alarm clock is ringing and you're very angry that you have to come to school so early, to all the way when you're done scrolling on Instagram for the day and you finally go to bed. What do you do? How does that look? Okay, so today we're gonna focus more on the physical aspect of it. Okay, so let's get straight into our task. Okay, so individually, I want us all to write up what we eat in a day. So all the way to breakfast, all the way to dinner. I want you to write out what it is that you eat. And I want you to put in a bit of detail to make sure that you say you have a cup of tea and toast, not just tea. So tell me exactly what it is that you eat. And then I want you to tell me what group you think that it is in. And so I'm going to give you guys like 10 minutes to do that task, okay? Okay, so let's get on to task two. So for task two, I want us to work in groups of 3 or 4. We'll see how it works out in the classroom. And so I want us to imagine that we are going on a class trip for a week. And the school has given us a budget, so we have to now work up a meal plan for the week. And so I want the groups to work out a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner plan. And remember, it needs to be balanced. So it can't just be fast food. It can't just have candy. And it can't just all be healthy. Okay, so there has to be a balance. So I want you guys to write up this menu, and then I want you to tell me what you think it would cost. Okay, so what did we learn from that? What did we learn from those tasks? And I think it's important for us to remember that healthy eating doesn't only improve our physical body, it helps us to sleep better, it helps to reduce our stress, and it helps us to just feel good. I don't know how many of us have heard the statement, when you eat good, you feel good, or when you look good, you feel good. So those are just some of the few benefits of healthy eating. And then to close off our lesson for today, I want us to remember that healthy eating is a good way for us to kind of start early on with leading a healthy lifestyle. And it helps us to improve the way that we view life so that we are not always stressed. And it starts as little by making sure that we eat right. Okay. Okay, so my apologies for having for my speed just a little quick. I was just trying to give a slight overview of how I would have conducted the lesson. Obviously, it would have been in the time frame or the time bracket that the lesson would have been conducted in. And the reason why I chose to do the lesson in the manner that I did, I think especially healthy living and a healthy lifestyle is one of those practical aspects of teaching where there's not much you can really teach to students other than the practical definitions of what it is to live a healthy lifestyle and obviously what it means to live healthy. And many times we kind of just think of it in this boxed frame. You need to only eat your salad and you have to exercise. And so I think having this practical experience where students had to write up the menu and write up what it is that they eat throughout the day, they can kind of get a understanding from the other learners in the classroom. So that is making sure that they are having connections and they are engaging in conversations with one another. And in that way, they end up learning various ways that you can live a healthy lifestyle. And so in the next lesson, it would kind of be a good way to continue on what are the benefits of eating healthy or what are the benefits of having a healthy lifestyle and kind of just seeing where students are at and their relationship with food. And also my apologies for the little error mistakes. I'm only noticing them right now as well. But yeah, that's kind of how I would have conducted the lesson and the reasoning behind it. So thank you. Goodbye.